Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, some great news when it comes to local COVID cases and hospitalizations. Plus, remembering a fallen canine in York County. But first. Well, we haven't seen a whole lot of this season, have we? Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. Megan Conway has the night off. Let's face it, many of you haven't complained of the lack of snow this winter, but for businesses that rely on clearing out that snow, whether it's sidewalks or driveways, it's hurting their bottom line. Channel 8's Alexa Skineski joins us live with the story. Alexa?
Rod, I remember reporting in that historic snowfall last year. It's something I will never honestly forget. And during that time, we talked with snowplow businesses. They were working 48 plus hours during that time. But this year, it's a little different. It's quiet. They say it's too quiet.
It is pretty surprising. I mean, here it's February and you don't need a coat.
James Boats, the owner of SNOWMASS Snow Removal in Lincoln, has been plowing snow in the capital city for over 25 years. But through his time behind the wheel, he's never seen a winter quite like this. His crews and equipment have only been out a couple times this entire season.
We have had 2 times we had the equipment go out, and it's very rare, very odd. I'm surprised to see that.
A very different scene than what we saw last year. A historic snowfall that left his crews working around the clock for days to come.
So we were just nonstop maintaining the equipment and keeping guys out there and trying to keep them refreshed and ready to go.
James says the lack of snow this season affects everyone's livelihood in the snowplow business.
It gives us more challenges, and we got to find more work for the guys to do, stuff where they can, keep them busy, because that's we want to keep your employees busy. It's been a challenge. It's been a challenging season for snow in that aspect. We are keeping them working on other items in the shop and building other equipment, but it's been a challenge.
Another concern comes from a lack of moisture on the ground. According to Nebraska's drought monitor, parts of Lancaster County is seeing a moderate drought, but other areas in the state are considered under a severe drought.
Obviously, the season's not done. Long term, it looks like it pretty much is. I just hope we get the moisture, and I hope, obviously, it'd be nice to see a couple more snowfalls, but more than anything, I think we really like to see moisture here.
Rod, I hope I didn't just jinx us, because I don't think any one of us can take a historic snowfall again. Reporting in Lincoln, Alexa Skineski, Channel 8 News.
I do remember when we did get that 15 inches or so last year, we had hours and hours of coverage. Alexa did a snow angel right outside here in a live shot. Alexa, thank you so much. Well, with the lack of snow, staffing for some companies, it has been an issue. James showed us some special sidewalk machines he put together. They can zip around the sidewalks quickly and easily. They've even added rubber edges on them to protect sidewalks and grass.
I think people are trying to look at more ways to save on manpower, and that's one of the things we were looking at, and it did help. I mean, that one machine, or each machine, we're saving like four different personnel, and that's big. Sure, they're not cheap, but in the long run, trying to find personnel is tough too.
Yeah, James' business's SNOWMASS says the price and parts and equipment jumped anywhere from 50 to 70% and took longer to get those parts in. All right, let's talk about COVID now. More good news when it comes to local cases. They are down quite a bit.
After peaking at nearly 5,000 cases the week ending January 15th, we've seen the number of cases dip 4 straight weeks, as noted on this chart. We had 809 cases last week, and this 4-week decline in cases represents a drop of more than 80%.
Also good news, the COVID risk dial will be moving out of the red. Today, health officials announced the dial will now be in the elevated orange category. The decision was made due to local hospitals seeing improvements in their current situations.
The spread of the Omicron virus is quickly dissipating in Lincoln and Lancaster County, and its impacts in terms of cases and hospitalizations are getting closer to the sustained improvement that we all want to see. But we're just not quite there yet.
When asked today about the mask mandate, Lopez says she doesn't see any reason why it wouldn't expire on February 25th. Today, doctors with CHI Health talking about why it's so important for pregnant women to get the COVID vaccine. New research shows unvaccinated women are at an even greater risk of getting seriously sick if infected, putting their unborn child in danger.
Luckily, I personally did not treat anyone in the ICU with COVID, but I do know that we have had a bunch of COVID pregnant patients in the health system in general.
I have had some pregnant women in the ICU. My most recent one, the mom lived. The baby was stillborn.
And just last week, we told you about a new study that found COVID can destroy the placenta, leading to stillbirths. Healthcare officials are speaking more on the importance of getting vaccinated to prevent still or premature births. This is American Heart Month, February, and tonight a Bryan Health doctor is sharing some important information.
Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States. Outbeats cancer, outbeats COVID right now, which is on everybody's mind. So it's still really important to get routine screenings with your family physician.
Heart disease claims the lives of more than 650,000 Americans every year. Dr. Tessendorf encourages all of us to focus on our health as well as preventative screenings. Tonight, we are remembering a canine who was killed in the line of duty. People from York line the streets to pay respect to fallen York County canine officer Nitro. A procession of first responders arrived at the convention center for a private vigil. You saw that giant American flag flying over the entrance. Law enforcement from out of state even showed up to pay their respects.
It means so much for us. I mean, you know, for somebody to drive here from out of state to support my department, I mean, it's you know, what do I say? You know, I'm kind of speechless at this point, but, you know, very, very proud.
Now, the department will be holding a public candlelight vigil at the York County Courthouse tonight at 6 o'clock. Channel 8 continues to observe Black History Month this month, and tonight we are hearing from Lincoln's very own Pastor John Harris. He offers some insight to Black history right here in Nebraska.
It is American history. It's not a separate history. It's not an add-on. It's not an addendum. It is the history of our nation, and so that's why it's so important. We have just 50 miles from here in Nebraska City, the Mayhew Cabin, the Underground Railroad went right through Nebraska, where slaves could actually move from south to north through Nebraska, right on the edge of Missouri and Iowa.
Pastor Harris said one way to celebrate Black History Month is to be open to learning about history you may not have been taught in school. He also encourages people to support local black businesses, but says while that is great, he encourages people to not just support them in February, but throughout the year. Well, as we mentioned a little while ago, lack of snow so far this winter, and the temperatures at times so much more than average for this time of year. John?
Yeah, only 3.7 inches of snow going back to October. The lowest it's been since 1948 when the weather record started at the airport, where the Weather Service is keeping track of those snow statistics. This afternoon, it's far from snow. It has been a very warm day. Now, albeit on the cloudy side, we're going to remain overcast today and for much of tomorrow as well. But take a look at temperatures. We are up 20 degrees, in some cases 25 degrees from 24 hours ago. We're at the high temperature of the day in the capital city. It is now 65 degrees. Now, keep in mind our record high for today is 74, so we're well short of that. But this is the warmest it's been since 2000. At one point this afternoon was in the upper 60s down in Beatrice. It's cooled off now to 65, and it has been just a little bit cooler back to the north and to the northwest, where temperatures are in the mid-50s. Winds continue to gust at times to 30 miles per hour, mainly along Highway 77 and areas to the east. Nebraska City seeing some gusts to 32. In fact, Falls City, as of 5 o'clock, seeing gusts to 47 miles per hour. Warm front remains just to our north. That's why we're seeing the warmer temperatures around here. There's also a cold front back in the western part of the state. That cold front passes through later on tonight, and with it brings some stronger winds and some colder temperatures. Take a look at these temperatures this evening, though. 54 degrees by 8 o'clock, 53 still by 10 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a warm start to the night, but it's going to be colder tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
Yeah, the roller coaster ride continues.
That's right.
All right, thank you, John. Talk to you later. For the last 10 months or so, sex education standards have been a very hot topic for many Nebraskans. Well, today that conversation entered the state capitol. A bill was introduced that would take power away from the State Board of Education and give it to lawmakers. If this passes, the legislature would give control then to local school districts.
We just largely big scale, students want comprehensive sex ed.
I personally believe it's the hottest issue in the state. For anybody who's running an election today, it's about the future of our children.
The State Board of Education officially voted to oppose this bill. We're going to have much more on this coming up on our newscast at 6 o'clock. Well, tonight, President Biden with a new warning to Russia about invading Ukraine, and it comes as Russia appears to be pulling back some of its forces from the border there with Ukraine. Here's more from ABC's Faith Obube.
Tonight, President Biden says NATO allies stand united and are urging Russia to choose diplomacy and stop its military aggression towards Ukraine.
If Russia attacks Ukraine, it'll be met with overwhelming international condemnation. The world will not forget that Russia chose needless death and destruction.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken also speaking with his Russian counterpart in an urgent bid to de-escalate the tensions. Blinken adding that the U.S. needs to see verifiable, credible, meaningful de-escalation from the Russians. That's in response to the Kremlin saying it's drawing down its forces. The U.S. and its NATO allies are currently assessing those claims, in addition to Russia saying its military exercises will be over in the near future. Russia's military releasing videos today apparently showing tanks being loaded up on transport.
Not yet verified, the Russian military units are returning to their home bases. Indeed, our analysts indicate that they remain very much in a threatening position.
U.S. officials say the Kremlin's large-scale military exercises near Ukraine continue with up to 150,000 troops still in place. Satellite images from the last 2 days showing a significant buildup of Russian forces. Meanwhile, Ukraine's cybersecurity agency says a massive cyber attack has crashed its Ministry of Defense and Armed Forces websites. The hack also impacting two of the country's largest state banks. It's unclear who's behind it, but the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security have been warning of a potential Russian cyber attack amid the Ukraine crisis.
And several hundred soldiers from the 101st Airborne and Fort Campbell have now been ordered to deploy to Eastern Europe to support NATO allies in the region. It's part of the larger effort the U.S. has already announced, and none of the U.S. troops are expected to enter Ukraine. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
And coming up next, new details in the Rust movie shooting involving actor Alec Baldwin. The family of the cinematographer who lost her life, they are suing for wrongful death. The latest after the break.
Children's Hospital and Medical Center.
We're giving you a guide. One person dedicated to helping you from start to finish. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2021 Ford F-150 for only $399 per month.
We have more now on the fatal shooting that happened on the set of Alec Baldwin's movie Rust. This all happened back in October. Well, now he's among several people named in a wrongful death suit. Here's the very latest from ABC's Morgan Norwood.
As police continue to investigate the movie set shooting that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins last fall, her family now filing a wrongful death lawsuit, alleging she was, quote, recklessly shot and killed by actor Alec Baldwin on the set of his movie Rust in New Mexico.
And the lawsuit names Alec Baldwin and others who were responsible for the safety on the set and whose reckless behavior and cost-cutting led to the senseless and tragic death of Helena Hutchins.
In an ABC News exclusive interview, Alec Baldwin told our George Stephanopoulos that the gun went off without him pulling the trigger.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
Attorneys for the Hutchins estate used an animated reenactment during today's announcement. They said they conducted witness interviews and gathered emails, text messages, expert analysis, and other evidence. Attorneys claim they have evidence that shows at least 15 violations of industry standards, including failure to have qualified personnel inspect the weapon, failure to use a replica or rubber weapon, and failure to treat the gun as if it were loaded.
This doesn't happen unless people cut costs and engage in reckless behavior leading to a senseless, tragic death.
The lawsuit also claims to highlight previous safety concerns from a crew member, including an email to production calling attention to 2 accidental discharges, alleging the scenes were, quote, very fast and loose and lacked the recommended safety briefings.
We need to have them be fully compensated, and we need to hold the people responsible.
And the criminal investigation in this case is still ongoing, with the district attorney telling ABC News that charges are still on the table. ABC News has reached out to Alec Baldwin for comment. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer.
What a day today. Temperatures soaring into the 60s. In Beatrice today, temperatures got as high as 67 degrees this afternoon. So we're taking a live look right now from Shones Roofing back to the southwest, and you can see even with the overcast skies we've got outside, we're still seeing these temperatures warming up. Here's a live look right now from Southeast Community College. Some breaks in the clouds at times, but for the most part, clouds are winning. Lincoln today making it up to 65 degrees. It is the warmest temperature we've had in 53 days. You know what 53 days ago was? Christmas Eve. It was 65 degrees on that day as well. Temperatures as of this hour running 10 to as much as 25 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago. We are at the high temperature of the day in the capital city of 65. We've cooled off a little in Beatrice to 65 degrees as well. 63 in Hebron and Fairbury. Now it is just a little cooler back off to the west, but still not too bad of temperatures into the mid 50s. Winds are still gusting mainly along and east of Highway 77, and especially down to the southeast corner of the state where winds are gusting near 50 miles per hour towards Falls City. Winds are beginning to back off in the Lincoln area for right now. For the rest of this evening, it's going to stay mild. We'll be in the 50s all the way through 10 o'clock and even at midnight. But then a cold front passes through, and that's when our temperatures will start to drop. That front is back off to the west. As I mentioned, it'll come through during the overnight hours. You'll see it really easily indicated by STORMCAST. Winds out of the south pointing to the north means we're ahead of the cold front. When you see them turn around to the northwest pointed to the southeast, that is when we have the wind shift and that cold front coming. So as we take it through midnight tonight, STORMCAST suggests the front just now begins to pass through Columbus, York, Aurora, Hastings, Grand Island, and Kearney, but it's not through Lincoln just yet. Take you over the next couple hours. You'll notice how the winds begin to shift in Lincoln, and by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, the winds begin to increase as that cooler air begins to rush into the southeast Nebraska, and that's when winds will be gusting 35, maybe even a few 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So don't be surprised to hear some rustling around outside early tomorrow morning. And even through 7 o'clock in the morning, we can still have gusts over 30 miles per hour. Now, the overnight low will be the temperature about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll be dropping off into mid-20s to our north and west, right at 30 degrees in Lincoln and lower 30s down towards Beatrice with 34 degrees. High temperatures tomorrow, not warming up nearly as much as today. We'll only be seeing highs in the mid-30s to near 40 degrees with winds out of the north gusting at times 30 miles per hour. And you'll see it hour by hour here on Stormcast. We're going to keep the overcast skies tomorrow. There may be a few breaks by the noon hour, but I suspect clouds will begin to build back in. And as I mentioned, temperatures only getting to the upper 30s as we head towards the afternoon. We are once again missing out on another weather system just to our south and to our east. And that's going to bring us really no rain coming our way over the next 7 days. In fact, you can see that here in the 7-day forecast. It's all going to be Kansas City and off to the east. St. Louis will be getting the snow. They'll be getting rains in Iowa, but again, we'll stay dry around here for Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday. 34 for a high temperature on Thursday. Notice the low temperature Thursday morning down to 16 degrees. We could have wind chill values dropping down to 0, if not slightly below. Friday morning will be cool down to 14 degrees, but look at the rebound Friday afternoon. We're back up to 56 degrees. A great weekend coming our way with a high temperature of 55 on Saturday. Take a look at Sunday's temperature. Forecasting 66 degrees right now. It'll be a nice warm day, and it doesn't look to be terribly windy at this time, but the winds do start to pick up early next week as another cold front comes through. Temperatures dropping off into the 20s for Tuesday and Wednesday, with that maybe a chance for some snow flurries. At this point, that's the only hope we have for snow over the next 10 days. After that, temperatures will remain cool at least through the 24th, and then we may start warming things back up as we get towards the 25th of the month.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have that duh moment. I was looking at your 10-day. That almost gets us into March.
The month is almost over, isn't it? I mean, crazy. We're now past the halfway point of the month, today being the 15th. And our normal high temperatures now are 40 degrees. So it's not unusual for us to see 60s. In fact, I went back and I looked. For the number of, we averaged 7 days reaching 50 degrees the month of February. Now, the interesting thing, we hit 7 days today. So we've already hit the average and we still have half the month to go.
True. All right. Thank you, John. A great day on Wall Street today. The Dow up nearly 423 points. NASDAQ jumping 349. Experts say the gains are in part because of reports of a Russia pullback from Ukraine. Here's a closer look at your numbers. We'll be right back.
Tonight, a global gas crisis and imminent threat.
Finally tonight, Virgin Galactic says it's ready to start offering the general public an out-of-this-world experience. Starting Wednesday, the space travel company says people can try to reserve a spot for its next trip to space. And as you can imagine, space travel is not cheap. The total cost for a reservation is $450,000. Those who take the trip will experience a journey from Earth to space and back. 1,000 people are slated to be on board of the initial flight later this year. How exciting. All right, thank you so much for joining us. World News is up next. We'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand. Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.
No energy, weight gain, problem sleeping, depressed, mood swings.